Good morning, my lovely yogis. It's an absolutely beautiful day today, so I thought I would do you this video. I wanted to do it yesterday, but it was pouring rain in the morning, yeah, it wouldn't have worked. So here we are. It's just a little morning practice that you can do anytime. Obviously it doesn't have to be morning, but it's a nice way to get going. And anything that you don't fancy that I offer, you can obviously change it up for a different pose of your choice. So we will start with a little bit of child's pose. So coming into that, of course, you can lie on your back in Shavasana, or you can lie on your front and just have a little crocodile pose if you like. But if you're happy with child, you can take it here and just begin to settle the body, begin to release down. You might take a bit of space between your knees. Take a moment to breathe, to settle, to release your body. And if you happen to be outside, if the sun's shining, you can feel the sun on your back, on your skin. So I'm not going to spend a huge amount of time in each pose. Partly because I've got very sharp stones underneath my blanket here. That's not so comfortable. But you could, of course, spend as much time as you like in each one. And you can also, of course, come into and out of the poses. So you could come from child and forward to lie on your front, or come from forwards, supine pose to back into child, or from wherever you want here. I'm now going to come into easy pose and just take a moment to settle into that. So this is a great pose, although of course, as it says, it's rather easy. And a lovely view I can see in the back there, you can see behind me. So I'm down in Cornwall and really enjoying the beautiful scenery. But yes, we just take a moment here just to let the hips settle. So cross-legged is fine if you're happy with it. If you prefer, of course, you can stretch your legs out in front or feet wide, or whatever you choose. You can kneel if you prefer. Any pose. You might choose a block to sit on, or you might be happy just to sit as you are. I've got a slightly downward slope, but I'm finding it fine. So from here, once the hips start to settle, begin to release the legs, the knees, the base of the body, and really feel grounded here. Start to really focus on your breath. Feel your spine growing, feel your shoulders releasing, feel the breastbone lifting. Making the most of this opportunity just to take a moment or two to be present, to breathe, to listen, to notice. And if it's been a while since you've practiced, or even a week since you've practiced, just remind yourself of your practice and what it means. It's this opportunity to be quiet, to be still, to be settled, to be in the moment. So let's enjoy that. So taking a few breaths here, and of course you could stay as long as you would like, using a little bit of mindfulness, using your breath work. And then so you choose how long you stay. I'm going to now take a little easy twist, so taking opposite hand to knee, one hand behind the body, lift the body and turn, and create that spiral through the spine. Begin to ease around, enjoy the twist, not feeling the need to go too far with it. In your own time, slowly coming back to center. Again, you might roll the shoulders here, you might ease out the neck. You might lift the chest, you might even create a little bit of a seated cat-cow here with the breath, if that feels good. And again, we lift and we turn to the other side. One hand behind, hands not too far behind you, so that you can really draw up and around rather than leaning back. Breathe. Enjoy the twist. And slowly come back to center. From here, you might stretch out the legs. You might take them behind you and create a little bit of staff pose or a little bit of a back bend. Flex and point the toes a few times. Ease through the body. And then you might reach and lift. and begin to release forward. Maybe taking a sway, maybe softening the knees. Begin to ease your way into a forward fold. And of course you can lift and release into it a few times if you like. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold forward. You might also prefer to do that with the feet slightly wider. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold forward. And soften forward, taking a moment to breathe, taking a moment to settle into it. Bringing one leg in, one knee out to the side. Inhale, lift. Turn towards the extended leg. Have a little reach forward. Allowing this knee and this hip to stay relaxed. Extending forward, releasing, holding, breathing. Enjoying the fold to that one side. Releasing the bent leg. Folding the straight leg. Again, we lift up, we turn, we reach and fold. Enjoy, lift up, release the shoulders. From here, I'm going to take a little downward dog stretch. So you can start in child, give you a nice idea of the length that you need. Begin to lift into your downward dog. Take a moment to ease the body back, maybe bend the knees, send the hips back, and then you can walk the dog. Spend a moment here, you might even sway the body from side to side. Spend as long as you like, maybe a few breaths here. Making some small adjustments as you go. Relaxing the neck, releasing the spine, the chest. Really lifting the tail to the sky. Of course you can come down, take a little breather, have a little rest, come into child maybe. And then you could take 2 or 3 or 4 of these down dog practices. Maybe with a 3-legged dog on each side. Maybe with a bend and stretch. Engaging your core, using your core. And then you come back in to lengthen out to stretch. And so just as many as you need of those. And then from here, taking a lunge. So what you may do is raise a leg and reach it forward. Or you may drop onto your knees and take a step forward. So we take a lunge and we can move in and out of that a few times. Back and forth, stretching the legs, finding some space and movement. Remember to press into the fingers and lift the chest and lengthen the spine so that you're not folding too deeply over the leg. We don't want a rounded spine, hunchback. We want that lifted, long spine. Breathe and enjoy. This sun is wonderful on your body if you're outside. Otherwise, make sure you're in a nice warm room. So we can bring that leg back, come back into our dog, or you can come back into child. And then we can take our lunge on the other side, reach up and forward. A few movements back and forth. To ease into your lunge, hands could be on the outside of the foot or the inside of the foot, depending on how that feels for your hips. And then you can come back from there to ease and release down. And from here you can walk the hands back, turn the toes under, come into a little fold. Have a little sway, release the spine, release the neck, shoulders. Walk the hands up the body. come on up to standing. I might need to adjust my camera. That's it. You can still see me. So take a moment from standing to release, to take a moment in mountain pose. Enjoy that. Feel down through the feet, ground yourself into the earth. Just really feel grounded and feel supported by the earth. Maybe spreading the toes, maybe really allowing the weight of the body to drop down into your feet and draw up through your ankles, shins, calves, kneecaps and thighs. Start to lengthen the spine, engage the navel, lift the breastbone. Maybe create a little bit more space behind the waist. Slight turn forward for the arms or for the hands. A lengthening of the back of the neck and reaching up the crown of head to the sky. Maybe bringing the hands together at heart center. Take a nice few breaths here. Really enjoy it. Your breathing, your focus. Then we begin to lift the hands, reach up. Now maybe take a side bend. Here we are, a mountain. So take a side reach. Hands back to center. You can inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold forward. Ease and release. Take a moment here to breathe in your fold, and then either walking the hands up the body or sweeping the hands up to come up again. Inhale, lift, exhale, back to heart space, hands release. We'll do that once more. Hands to heart center. And reaching the hands high, having a little side bend. Inhale, lift, exhale, fold. Release the spine, release the neck. Take a moment here. Maybe you sway, maybe you just soften and settle. Maybe you can take the feet a little wider apart if you like. And then either walking the hands up or sweeping up. Inhale, lift, exhale, hands come back down and release them. Roll the shoulders, ease out the neck. And so this practice, and every practice of course, is really about what feels right for you in your body today. So you may have noticed already there's a few things that you would like to adjust or to feel into or stretch out. So I'm going to take from here a little practice with warrior, and we start to reach away. So again, lengthen the spine, engage the navel, reach away with the hands. You can take a little shuffle forward with the foot if you need it. Begin to bend the front knee as we ease the weight back. And then grow even taller, reaching across between fingertip and fingertip as much as you can. There's a really lovely long reach through the arms. A nice lifted crown of the head, engage the navel, feel strong, feel steady. A little windy here, but if there was a huge gust of wind, I'd like to think that I'd still stay strong and steady. Breathe, enjoy the pose, feel centered. From here we can take a little reach back and a reach forward into side angle pose. Turn the body, really extend. From here, lift up, straighten the knee, arms at shoulder height, and then into triangle. Hand can rest just in front or behind the leg with just a little touch. And then again, reach up. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Stay strong, stay lengthened through both sides. And here we are. Same to the other side. We're going to step out wide. We're going to turn. Coming into your warrior. Bending the front knee, easing the weight back. Adjust the foot if you need to. Grow through the spine, engage the navel, find alignment through front, sides and back of body. Hold as you breathe, hold steady, feel strong. Gazing along that middle finger of the front hand into the distance with focus. A little reach back. reverse warrior. A little reach forward, side angle pose, reach away. Enjoy. Inhale, lifting up. Turning the toes in. Oh, actually, triangle, I forgot. So we straighten the front leg. Come into triangle and reach. Hold, breathe. Extend through the arms, turn the toes in, hands to hips. Inhale, lift the chest, exhale, fold forward. Enjoy. Release the neck, the shoulders, the spine. You might choose to walk the hands forward and back between your feet. And in your own time, you can either lift up, extending the arms first, or you can heel and toe. Your feet a little closer together and then sweep up, lift up. And reach and release. Easing out the neck. A little sway maybe. Maybe a little movement for the hips, the legs. Just go with what feels good. A little shake out. Okay, and then from here, I'm going to come down. So I just need to tilt my camera down a little bit again. And take a little bridge pose. So into bridge. Releasing the body to the floor. You can still see me. I feel like I'm back on Zoom. Breathe. Enjoy the fresh air if you're outside, sunshine, or enjoy your own environment. Support the floor beneath you. Allow the feet to be about hip width and parallel. Toes to spread, soles of the feet to drop into the floor. Maybe hands down by your side, either palms down, palms up, you choose. A few little tilts, a rock, and release of the pelvis. And then when you're ready, you can begin to ease your way up into bridge. Maybe it's a slightly more gentle bridge to start with, unless you're feeling ready to take a little higher. Breathe and hold. Maybe you'll stay a while. Maybe you'll float up and down. So I'm going to take 3 practices of bridge pose. Coming maybe a little higher, and then next time I might even link my hands underneath me. Breathe and hold as I enjoy the practice. I can release my hands before I release the spine. Come down. Obviously you can take a little longer in each one of these. And next time I come up, I can again reach up, lift up, maybe raise a leg. Knee, and then toe, bent knee, foot down. Easing the body down. From here, arms out to shoulder height, a little sway of knees. Easing the legs over to one side when you're ready. Really enjoying that lengthened diagonal twist. And back to center. Obviously you can stand a bit longer on each side if you like. Easing over to the other side. From here you can either keep your left foot on the floor, knee bent, or you can extend the left leg as we draw the right knee in. So it could look like this, leg extended, or it could look like this with knee bent, which makes it just slightly easier. And then begin to extend the leg. Flex and point the toe, circle. And then circle the knee out to the side. And then out the other way. 1, 2, and 3. You can extend the left leg, take the right knee across into one more twist. In the center. So again, we can keep right foot on floor or extend the right leg as we bring left knee in. Draw it in and away a few times. And then begin to extend the leg up and flex and point the toe. And circle in 2 directions. and then knee out to the side. 1, 2 and 3. Nice big circles if you can. 1, 2 and 3. And extending right leg, taking left knee across to the right side. Just allowing time for the waist and the spine and the hips to adjust. And then a nice stretch out. And maybe head to knee. And then either feet to the floor and rest in your Shavasana. Or if you prefer, you could come up to sit now and do a little bit more breathing and mindfulness practice. Or you could come into full relaxation pose, full Shavasana. And just stay a while. So I'll leave it to you to stay as long as you like here. Hopefully that little practice has got the body moving, has given you a little bit of a stretch in all directions. And you've enjoyed that. And the beautiful scenery here, I'm certainly enjoying it. I look forward to seeing you next week. We're back to normal classes from Tuesday and, well, Monday if you join me for dance. And I hope you had a lovely summer and enjoyed some of the cover classes with Gayatri as well as those that I've taught. And enjoy the rest of your week and your weekend. Om Shanti, and thank you.